Ugh. Dang. Thought I would never get out of that weird predicament from the last episode. I gotta get out of here. Where the hell am I? Huh. I don't think I'm in the 2020s anymore. Something gives me an inkling that I'm in the late 1990s or the early 2000s. Can't put my finger on it.
Hey, bucko. You need a ride?
I guess you could take me to the intro of this video if you can.
No problem. Hop on in.
Sure thing. So we, Whoa! Holy guacamole, dude! Let me at least buckle up my seatbelt first. Whoa!
Just shut up and let's roll.
Bro, what are you even trying to pull? What are you, crazy taxi?
Yeah, I know. Come on and hop in my taxi, bub.
I'm already in your taxi. What the hell are you talking about?
Hey bro, I'm also here.
Bro, why are you picking up multiple people? Who the hell is this guy?
That's no good. Bang, bang.
Holy f***, you just shot that guy. I think I want to get out. This cold open's already going way too long as it already is.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Bro, we just need to start the video already. Ah, jeez, Rick.
Yeah, shut up. We're here now.
Wow, that was pretty radical of you. I guess you could say that was,
You didn't pay up, and you know what they say.
Why?
It's time to game on, fellas.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Watersurf's Gaming Hour. Don't worry, I won't do that voice the entire time. Back to my natural voice. Anyway, this is the video game overview show where I take a look at games I own physically and or digitally. I figured for the 10th episode in the series, we would take a look at an arcade classic. What is that arcade classic?
It's Crazy Taxi, and its forgotten sequels, of course. What do you think I was going to review for the 10th episode? Knack?
Hey, whoa. Knack is, pretty poggers, bro.
You shut up. You shot me.
Come on, get on my boat.
So you may be wondering, hold on, what's so special about Crazy Taxi? Well, this was a game that I sunk a ton of hours into while I was a child, and I thought it'd be interesting to cover this on the show. I'm also taking a look at the second one on the Dreamcast, and the third one that was on the OG Xbox, as well as a Windows PC.
I'm glad you asked, Mr. Voice Guy. Crazy Taxi is an arcade-style game where the whole objective is to, take passengers to the destinations within the time limit. The first one was quite simple. The second one added the ability to jump and pick up multiple passengers. And the third one had the ability to boost and also was kind of like a remaster of the first two. Pretty cool, huh?
It's a very simple concept, but this game was quite addicting when you got the hang of it. So we'll be taking a look at each of these games for this episode. Just a quick note though, the first one has been the only one to see re-releases on modern stores, but has since been delisted as of December 2024. So this game might be a little difficult to find now, but there are rumblings of it getting a modern remake and not those crappy phone ones either.
Wait a minute, this game was delisted? I have to take care of something real quick. All right, where's that pesky cab driver?
Oh, you mean me?
Yeah, actually, sorry pal, you've been served, aka delisted. Pack your bags and get the frick out of here.
You delisted me on the day of my cabbie's anniversary, who I love so much. This will break your heart. How could you do this to me?
Hey man, don't blame me. Blame Sega.
Oh, Sega, that damn blue hedgehog and that stupid snowman. Dumb, stupid snowman. I'll have my revenge.
He won't be back unless I review another Sega game on the show, which is gonna be a hot moment.
Well, with that out of the way, it's time to give the first Crazy Taxi a look. This is probably the one that most gamers are familiar with, as it's the only one to see the light of day despite being recently delisted from digital stores. For this segment, we'll be taking a look at both the original release on the Dreamcast, as well as the delisted version that's on Steam that was originally part of the Dreamcast collection.
Hey, come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi!
Inviting me? Sure.
Booting up the game, we are greeted to the infamous yeah that I cannot unfortunately play due to copyright issues. Or can I? Yeah. Day after day, your whole life's a wreck. The powers that be just breathe down your neck. You get no respect, you get no relief.
What's with me getting shot? Man, I thought that guy would never shut up.
Hopefully he never does that again. Anyway, music aside, I actually have the music muted for my entire playthrough, and I will say it's weirdly ominous experiencing the Crazy Taxi experience without the crazy music. This was more for editing purposes in case I wanted to use any of the audio, but seriously, the music is probably the biggest part of all three of these games.
And that's probably one of the biggest change with the digital releases, and probably why it was delisted on these digital platforms due to the music licensing issues. But regardless of that fact, let's talk about the actual gameplay since I've been ignoring that fact.
Crazy Taxi is the simplest in the series, as you pick up passengers and then drive them to their destination in a West Coast themed city. It's obviously San Francisco with some other Bay Area cities that inspired it. You also get bonuses for weaving in and out of traffic, as well as doing sweet jumps. The quicker they get to their destination, the more time gets added to the clock, and the slower you are, well, they will kick your car or jump out in frustration. Like seriously, what the hell are these guys in a hurry for? Just be a few minutes late. It's not worth jumping out of a car for, jeez man.
God damn, this driver's slow as hell. I'm out of here. Oh wait. This wasn't the best idea. I was the driver.
It's also interesting when you're playing with the music muted, you start hearing a few of the same voice actors come out through the game. Like, how many times are you gonna keep saying, yeah? But nothing as weird as seeing the brand still in this game. That's another big difference with the console release versus the digital store releases, is that all the brands were scrubbed clean.
Well, what did you want Sega to do? It's not like brands were paying them outside of their original releases. Anyone that supports brands like that are despicable. Shaking my head, dude. I cannot believe the audacity of some developers. Now in Zero Sugar. I can't believe it.
That's not important, as I forgot to mention the modes. To be honest, arcade and original aren't really that much different, but they start you out in a different part of the map. Each of the drivers have their own cab. That's neat, I suppose. There's also this janky ass physics that happened, and the guy who was underwater, so that's funny as well.
Oh yeah, I figured that there's also little mini games in all of these games, but I figure I'll save that for its own chapter. Now it's on to Crazy Taxi 2. Wait, there's a Crazy Taxi 2? And a 3?
Yeah, believe it or not, this game had 2 more sequels. While Crazy Taxi 2 is a forgettable sequel on a forgettable console, that's beloved of course, it did introduce something into the series, and that's not driving around the Big Apple either.
That's right, they jump now.
They jump now?
They jump now.
They also cringe now, is what you should say. Ugh. Also, what the hell is this internet option? You could connect Crazy Taxi 2 to the internet? Yeah, I guess that was a big thing where you could get DLC or updates and whatnot, but I can't connect mine to the internet because I don't feel like going through all the effort to mod my Dreamcast. That being said, this site talks about how all the fans got up and running again, so cool for them.
Oh my god, who the hell cares? Just talk to me about those jumpy ass taxi cabs.
Crazy Taxi 2 takes place in a New York style map. I mean, both maps are called Around Apple or Small Apple. You kinda get the idea here, and honestly, not much difference between the two, or at least none that I can really tell. In all seriousness, I still find it funny as hell that the cabs can jump now. Seriously, the fact that this wasn't an option until the sequel is crazy, no pun intended. It just looks so f***ing cartoony and I love it. What I don't love is how one passenger wanted to go to the high school. That's really creepy, dude.
Yes, hello, taxi. Come and pick me up. I want to go to the high school because I never got my diploma.
Adult continuation school is the thing, my friend. Someone go get him some help. You may have also noticed that some of the passengers around the map had a different color above their head that wasn't the normal red, orange, yellow, or green. There were some other different shades of blue floating around, and that's because Crazy Taxi 2 also introduced the ability to pick up multiple passengers. It's a bit of a risky move, but I thought it was neat. What isn't neat is how much of a dick the game narrator is when you get a lower class license.
Alright, it's time to check out how you did today. Now let's take a look. Class D license. I can't believe it. Was that your best? I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I was being overdramatic. The thing I'm not being overdramatic about, though, is when you pick up multiple people. I kid you not, these goobers all become a chatterbox and it's really annoying, especially when you have the music muted like I did.
Listen, fellas, I'll ask you one more time. Tell me where each of you need to go, but one at a time.
I'm just
Hey,
happy.
me,
I'm
Big
content with just
Tony,
going
nice to
wherever
meet
the
you.
hell
Big
I
Tony,
just
then
got
you
fired
know
from
that
the
I'm
job,
super
so
cool. The best
if you wanna
theme park in the
drop me off at
world.
the
Super
employment
cool.
center,
You wouldn't
super
know.
cool. That'd be
You
cool.
wouldn't know.
Subscribe to
Also,
me.
I
I
don't
think
know
we should
why
go
I'm
there.
water.
Dad,
Big Tony.
maybe I'll make
Really
out
felt like
with
being
Big
on the
Tony.
come now.
You'll
I'll
never
give you
know.
a free
That guy
kiss
knows
on
what
the
I'm
lips.
saying.
But don't
You
tell
see
what
your
I'm
dad.
talking about. Big Tony's not gay, I
Amateurs.
promise.
Yo, make the car jump again.
Okay.
That was pretty fun. That was Big Tony like that.
Overall, Crazy Taxi 2 may have brought some new elements to the series, but low-key, it's probably the weakest. The environments aren't really as memorable as the first game, and that's just mainly due to nostalgia, but I can't really recommend this one over the first or the third. That being said,
Crazy Taxi 3 is the best one in the series and the overall definitive way to play. I don't know why this one has not been re-released on modern hardware. Yes, it's more of a best of compilation from the first two games, but also has this new map based around Las Vegas vibes, Glitter Oasis.
Crazy Taxi 3 not only includes a new Las Vegas inspired level, but also brings back the classic West Coast map as well as one of the two New York inspired maps. It's also got a smidge better graphics, some minor tweaks to old maps, and the ability to boost. That's right, only took 3 games, but you can finally boost.
Gotta go fast.
Is this joke old yet?
Wow, really original with our jokes here. I also want to mention something about this Glitter Oasis map, and that's that the lights are very blinding. I don't know if this was a PC texture issue, or if it was like this on the original Xbox, as I'm playing the PC version of this game. But it's modded, so it works on a modern hardware. Speaking of which, I also had to bust out Fraps to record this game, as none of my other recording software would work. That's right, no Bandicam, no Steam Recorder, no NVIDIA Shadowplay. I had to bust out good old Fraps. I also want to mention that out of the 4 drivers of this map, one of them's just a really big dick. Seriously, this chud looking thumb guy literally tells all his passengers to shut up and sit there. Anyway, I kinda like the map though. Yeah, the lit up city is neat, but I also kinda like this weird ass valley area. It's really janky but sort of believable. Also, what the hell is with these bunny mascots in the middle of nowhere? Probably because I was bunny hopping around the entire time I was playing this game.
Bro, who gives a about some bunnies? You said you could boost, and I haven't seen you boost at all.
Believe it or not, I could not figure out how to boost in this game. I discovered it on accident when reversing on the small apple level. You just apparently throw it in reverse and then drive really fast. It feels cursed on a keyboard, but I'm sure on a controller it would have been fine. I'm not trying to knock this game on the technical level, but goddamn it sucks trying to get this working on a modern PC. Luckily the modding community got it all working, and I barely got it working on my own computer. But if you recall, I also said this was the definitive version to play despite its technical hiccups on the computer. That's just because you have the ability to boost, you have the ability to jump, and you even have the extra passengers. You even have the classic map from the first game and one of the 2 maps from the second game. That's just why I view it as the definitive version. It's got literally everything in this game. The third one is the best to play if you have the hardware to play it on, or don't mind emulation of course. That leads me on to the last things from these games.
The mini games are rad as hell, bro.
Why are you in a storm?
Oh, one of the mini games is to survive a tornado.
Huh, I guess he didn't survive it. Womp. I'm getting a little ahead of myself though. The mini games are just fun little challenges or special modes where you do jumps, balloon popping, and much more. My only beef with this is that I could not beat any of the mini games from the first one. Seriously, why are all these mini games so hard for no reason? Am I just stupid? Also, why the hell did they use the Impact ass font when you lose?
No taxis.
Now the second game's mini games were way easier for some dumb reason. Maybe it's just because I could jump, or maybe it's just because they made them slightly easier in this release. Seriously, the jumping was easy, the golfing was easy, even the hurdles were easy. The other challenges, not so much. That's just because I was in a rush to get through this, and it didn't help that this high driving one either, but it was really f***ing funny just seeing the car drive out of existence when it fell off from the high platform though.
What? Were you expecting me to jump off the cliff and recreate the funny joke? Well, I'm not doing that. I'm tired of dying in this episode.
What a party pooper. Anyway, the third game's minigames kind of just take the best from the previous 2 and also adds a few new ones. They also dropped the white-ass, impact-ass, meme-ass font. About goddamn time. I think the coolest though was that tornado one I was talking about earlier. My least favorite one was probably the football one, where all the cars just try to murder you. The rest of the minigames are also pretty straightforward. Jumping, boosting, and even UFOs. Wait, what the hell? Yeah, destroy the UFOs and make E.T. wish he was home or something.
Yeah, you better go back to your alien planet, you big fat alien nerd. Got him. Hoo-hoo!
Bro, I just wanted to smoke your planet's vapes or whatever, but after the way I was treated, I guess you won't get our billions of alien bucks now.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Watersurf's Gaming Hour. At the end of the day, you can't go wrong with any of these from this crazy trilogy. The first one is a classic, the second one is a hop in the right direction, and the third one is the best all-in-one package. I know Crazy Taxi was amongst the rumored to be rebooted in the future, and there even was this Polygon article talking about the future title being an open-world online game. Honestly, I have no idea what the future holds for this IP, but until then, maybe pick up the third game if you have access to an OG Xbox, or don't mind importing it from Europe or Japan as the PC version just works fine on mine. Or just get the abandonware version, or some other emulation methods work too. You do you, man.
Game over.
Thank you for watching this episode of my Gaming Hour series. Crazy Taxi 1 was probably in the top 10 games I played as a child, so it's special to me. It was also great to look at the sequels that I never even knew about. I even played the third one a few times off camera just because I was enjoying the changes that it made to the original. Anyway, I don't have any funny jokes to end the video with, so
Hey, that's the end of the video, chumps. Now make sure you give me 5 stars, or else I'll get crazy.
Oh my god, is he having a seizure? Camera guy, stop recording. This guy is having a seizure. Holy man, someone call 911.
A crazy ambulance. Let's go.
Yeah, he's dead. Well, guess he's up in crazy heaven now.
Whew, hot damn. I didn't think I would end up here.
You ran over dozens of people and even crashed your car into an orphanage. What did you expect?
So you're saying I'm gonna get a Class C license? Yeah!
Jarvis, send him to the deepest level, please. Yeah, I'm out of here.
Game over.